Hi there, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be my first ever drugstore look. I used a lot of really nice, pretty spring colors. I was really inspired by the sunny weather. I decided to wear this nice, pretty little dress thing here. It has like this little heart cut out in the back, and I'm wearing like these earrings here. I was just really inspired by spring today, and I thought that I would do a really like sun-kissed look using a lot of golds and like peachy colors, and I'm so hungry, and like this lip right here, which I love this lip combination. Yeah, so it's a talk through, so if you don't like talk throughs, you don't have to watch this. But if you like talk throughs and you want to see how I got this look, then please. So they were laying there like next to each other cuddling, you know, just like this, and I just like a light bulb sparked in my head. One, the color together I think would be really pretty, and I was like, this is luminous, this is medium coverage, it makes my skin feel a little dry, and this one is like perfect, maybe a little bit too luminous, but just a smidge too luminous. Light bulb sparked in my head. I like to play chemist with my makeup, and so I mix them together, and I really like the results. I have a little bit about me, you know, a little beep boop about me. I am Eurasian, European Asian. I am Swedish, Danish, Chinese, Vietnamese, and Irish. Anyways, so I have trouble matching my skin tone a lot, and I find I have to combine different brands together to get good coverage, and it'll match my skin tone. Right now I'm really fair, but I don't know if you can see on camera, I have a yellow undertone that honestly, the only people that I've ever noticed are the people when I go into MAC or when I go into the cosmetics counter that's Asian. They notice it. Everyone else wants to put me in super fair to match how light I am, but it ends up pulling out really like sickly, like I have jaundice or something. When I go in and there's an Asian person there, they like see it. They like have like, it's like, you know, people have gaydar, they have like Asian dar. Is that a thing? I don't know. But anyways, so it's really tricky for me, and it's taken me years to figure out like how to match it, and sometimes when I mix foundations together I get really lucky. Long rant. These two together are beautiful, and I am going to show you that right now. So if you're new to makeup, something that you will learn helps a lot is playing with your makeup at night when you have time, or during the day if you don't do anything a certain day and you're bored. Playing with your makeup, see I mixed these two together, one pump of each. Playing with your makeup really helps you figure out what works for you, because not everybody's gonna follow the same makeup path. Not everybody's gonna, not everything's gonna work the same for everybody. You're gonna watch some of these beauty gurus and they are going to be amazing and their makeup is flawless, but when you try and do it on yourself, it just doesn't look right on your skin, with your skin tone, with your eye shape, whatever. So just like, don't be afraid to play around. When I squeeze the L'Oreal, I just like that much right there. You see that? Like it's dropping. Ew, looks disgusting. Alright. So now that I got that all done, what I'm going to do is I am going to let that I don't always do it that way, but because the Physicians Formula foundation is a little bit more on the dewy side, I give it a minute to set before I go in with powder and everything. I like doing that, like waiting, letting it breathe, letting it get into my skin before I set with a light translucent powder. So while I wait, I'm going to work on my face. While I let that set, I'm going to work on my eyes, and I'm going to start with the NYX eyeshadow base in white. I really like using this as an eyeshadow base because it, because using the white makes all my eyeshadows pop. Really makes my eyeshadows pop. I don't lose any of the intensity of the colors when I use white. I like soft ochre as well from MAC, but that is more for like when I'm doing a more natural neutral kind of look with like neutral shades. This look is going to be a little bit more vibrant. Where's Amelia? Oh, she's in there. So I apply that a little heavy. I got distracted and I applied too much. So if you apply too much, no big deal. Just blend it out with your finger. carefully up by the eyebrow. And then I like, you know, bring it over to the other side a little bit. You do want it not to be super heavy, but you do want it to have an even application, and you want the color to definitely lighten it up, because having that white or that light base evenly applied on your lids is what is going to help the color adhere and pop. So I just kind of take the excess before it dries and I smear it around with the heat and the oils from my finger, and I bring it to the other side here. And then I can go back with this brush and put the excess from that on my lid.
Say bye bye, mama.
Bye bye, baby. Bye, baby. Alright, back to my video. Alright, so I applied the NYX white eyeshadow base, and now I'm going to go in with my Milani Bella Diamond. It's a highlighter shimmer, but you know what? Alright, so I have the NYX eyeshadow base on my eyes, and it does set, but it does stay a little bit on the sticky tacky side. So to prevent that, to prevent tugging or any kind of pulling when I'm applying the shadow, I'm going to just put a transparent powder over really quick, and that's just going to help. I can't find any like matte white, and I don't want any shimmery whites on my eyes right now. So I'm just going to put a transparent powder, and I'm just going to apply that lightly, and that's just going to help with the sliding, gliding of the eyeshadow. So yeah. Be careful when doing that though, because some products are not safe for the eyes. I am using the Tarte, what's this called? The Tarte Amazonian Clay Finishing Powder. I've done this before. I was really careful with it, made sure it didn't irritate my eyes. I have really sensitive eyes, and it did not bother me. But I also apply it really lightly and carefully so I don't get it like falling in my Alright, so now I'm going to go in with the NYX Love in Paris palette. I'm going to use this shade right here, which is on the bottom. I want to say this is number 6 right here. It is just a matte medium brown color. There's not much to say about it. It's a matte medium brown. And people use this. I mean, it's a good shade for a transition. I'm gonna apply it lightly, and it's just basically going to put a little bit of depth into my eyes here, because I have a mild case of almost, not monolid, well, it kind of can be. I have weird eyes, but that's okay with me. I don't mind. Coming up a little dark on the camera. It's not as dark in real life, but I just kind of, so why I do that is because I want it to blend really evenly, and I want the depth to be there. I am going to be putting other colors over it, so you kind of lose a little bit, but that tiny bit of this color poking out gives your people like me who have slightly hooded, almost monolid eyes. I have very tricky eyes. It helps bring depth into my eyes. Otherwise, I can kind of look like, my eyes can look flat. Like flat. So this helps to bring more depth into my eyes and make it look like my eyes aren't one. Do you get what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? I'm not sure I am putting it down. So I place that down, I really blend it out. I don't want it to be too dark. I don't want it to, you don't want it to be too heavy in any one area. Not for this look. You can do that for certain looks. Again, play around, and like certain looks, you know, if you want it really like a cat eye, a little bit heavier on the outside, lighter on the inside, that's fine. But for this look, what I'm doing, a more everyday, just a light, not a light, it's definitely like not neutral colors, but for what I'm trying to do, an everyday look, I don't want it too dramatic, so I am blending it out a bit. Like, I am kind of like excessively blending it out. I just want that shadow there. I don't want it too dark. It's not meant to be the look. So I'm really excited to use this guy. I found this, oh, I thought it was backwards. It's so dark. Let's see. I found this guy at Walgreens yesterday, and I played with it yesterday, and it works really nice. No, you know what? I didn't buy it yesterday. I bought it Friday. Today's Sunday. I got it Friday, and I played with it yesterday, and it This is the Milano, wait no, this is the Paris Runway one, and I got Milano. I got this one as well. This one's a really great, like, looks like it's going to be a dupe for the Naked One almost. And they're only $8 at Walgreens. I don't know if they're at other stores, but they're at Walgreens. And the pigment on them is pretty good. The only thing I have to say about them that's a negative is that there's a little bit of fallout with them. It's a little bit of fallout, and a couple of the shades are a little bit tuggy, draggy, kind of like that dry formula, which can be tricky to work with. It can make a look go from amazing to crappy in like no time at all. But definitely my tip, when you get a new eyeshadow palette that you're not sure about, like, place it on the back of your hand first before you apply it. That way you know what colors you're going to have to work with. Otherwise you might end up like I did, where I was working really hard on a look and I liked it, and all of a sudden I used a color that killed it, and it was really disappointing. So okay, so for this look today I'm going to use this right here. It is like a gray blue, light purple. Like, it's definitely cooler tone, a little bit deeper but not dark, and yeah, it's really pretty. I like it. I like it, especially for the look I'm going to do today. So I'm using this round domed brush. It's a Sonia Kashuk brush. I like Sonia Kashuk because you can get a whole set of brushes for like $30, and if you wait until the season's over and the next season's coming, they will put them on clearance at Target. And I normally get them for like $18 to $20, which is a pretty good deal. So I'm using this brown domed one because I want to get right here in the outer part of my eye, and I want to be able to go straight at it because I want to be very careful with the application. And I'm just going to bring this, like I said before, this is going to be an everyday wear, everyday look, so I don't want it to be like crazy, like cat eye, like not too much. So I just kind of place it there, and like I said before, you're going to get a bit of fallout, but I didn't do my concealer yet so that I could do this and wipe it off. That's just how I do it. Some people like to put powder down and like sweep it off. I've done that. It's hit or miss if it's successful. Since I'm using a little bit deeper of a shade, I thought just save all that extra worry of like messing up my face and having to start over on certain areas. Just don't apply anything right under your eyes. You can wipe it off, and then you'll do the concealer and highlighter and everything after. So this is going to be one of those looks that I'm going to go on the inside, but when I go on the inside, I'm going to mix these two shades together just to lighten it a tiny bit, because I don't want to make my eyes appear like super close together, but I want that shade. So it's, again, just playing with your makeup to, you know, to suit what works. There are no real rules for makeup. It's all trial and error and learning what you like to do. And I'm someone who, whether good or bad, I like to bend rules and break rules. I don't know. I've had the worst allergies. Here in California, it is warm and sunny and dry, but then all of a sudden it's like rainy and cold again, and then warm, sunny, and dry, and like the back and forth. And being in Sacramento, just like tucked in here, my allergies are killing me. Ugh. So, got dry skin and sniffles and all that stuff. It's not fun. So if I'm sniffling and like rubbing my face a lot, I'm trying to be good about not doing that, but I might. So I apologize if I do. Alright, since you can't see what this looks like because I'm not zoomed in right now, I will insert a picture right here of the finished product up close of my eye, and you can see it is, you can tell a little bit from here, but it's like darker out here and a little bit lighter, but close. It's not too drastically different of a shade. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this beautiful yellow color right here. It's like a goldy yellow color from City Color. The brand City Color. It's a really affordable brand. I got this at a store we have locally called Pinky Rose. And they sell all the stuff that's really hard to find in Sacramento. That like Morphe, LA Color, or LA Girl, City Color. They have their own brand. They have a lot, actually. So I went out there and I got some of this. And this is my first time really like wearing in a look. I've played with it, but I haven't worn it out. So I am going to put that in the middle here. Because I want to have this like pop of color in the middle of my eye. And then... Alright, so now I'm going to go in with this guy here. I am going to use him because he is pointed. He's a real transition, he has a Real Techniques base shadow brush, but he has a pointed end. I don't know if you could see that. And I want to use him because I want a real precise application in my crease. I just want a little bit of like, a little bit of a pop of color, not pop of color. I want a little bit of a lighter color that brings these all together. So I'm going to use this peachy shade from the NYX palette. And I'm going to, oh so carefully, put this into my crease. And I'm going to start in the middle because I want more of the color there, because I want to sort of bring the purple shades together with the yellow. And I'm going to go like that, and it's just basically bringing all these colors together so they're all one happy family. Now once I have them applied and most of the color is off of the brush, I am going to then turn it around kind of flat against my lid just to sort of blend it so there's a slight gradient going on with this guy. Alright, so you can kind of see it's starting to look a little funky, but it will all come together. Going back in with this Goldie shade, I am going to now use a more flat, more fluffy brush, a clean one. You don't see a whole lot of people blowing on these. Most people are like tap tap. I blow on it. I'm going to bring back a little bit of color here because I lost a little bit. And then I'm going to turn over to the side that has no color. I'm going to wipe off. And I'm going to just kind of bring the purple into the yellow a little bit. Because I want these to kind of blend together. Alright, Milani Bella Chiffon. I'm going to use this as my highlighter under my brow. I'm just going to use that same brush I used earlier for the yellow because it's light. And if there is leftover yellow in there, it won't piss me off because it'll incorporate into the look. And I just put that up there in the, I don't go too much all over, I just kind of go under the arch there and then drag it out. And it gives it a nice look. I like it. Alright, so now I'm going to put on my mascara. Right now I am really into the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara. I used this a couple years ago. I really liked it. I like to change up my mascaras a lot, so I stopped using it and now I'm back at it. I don't like to wear lashes on a day-to-day basis, so this mascara separates your lashes, it lengthens them, it doesn't volumize a whole lot, but it makes my very straight, very short, sad little lashes perk up and look really pretty. So
I'm just going to apply this, and sorry, that corner right there can get messy. So basically, what I like to do with all my mascaras, but this one especially, is when applying it, I like to really get at the base. I don't like going back and forth because it's just too messy for me. There's too much room for like messing up, and it does not make my lashes look any better. It just doesn't work on my lashes. So what I like to do is I get the base and I like to spin it kind of like this, like scoop it, and it grounds my lashes and it pulls them up and like perks them up. I will say this mascara, if you're someone who likes to curl your lashes beforehand and you have difficult lashes like I do, my lashes do not like to stay curled on the best of days, let alone when I'm using a heavier mascara. It's not going to curl your lashes. Like it's not even worth it, in my opinion, to try with this mascara because it just doesn't work. Okay, on the inner corners, don't want to get those inner guys, and I kind of drag it.
Alright, so I messed up on this eye a little bit. a little too heavy, I will say. If you have not used this mascara before and you're not a fan of wet mascaras, which I normally am not, it's not the mascara for you. I'm going to use my same brush that I use my foundation with because it's one less brush for me to have to clean, and it works, you know, it works fine. So I like to highlight under my eyes, but I don't like to highlight a crazy amount, go any more than like one shade lighter under my eyes. And then using this foundation brush, it just kind of mixes it with my foundation, makes it a little bit closer to my foundation look, my foundation color. And it works for me, so that's what I like to do. To set my under eyes, I really like to use this L'Oreal True Match, and this is in the shade Nude Beige. It's a little bit more yellow and lighter than my skin tone. And I like to put this under my eyes with a little blending brush, and I drag it on the inside. A little tip from Jaclyn Hill, bring it in to prevent excess creasing later. If you don't follow Jaclyn Hill, which honestly at this point, who doesn't follow Jaclyn Hill? But if you don't, I will link her channel down below. I'm going to set the rest of my face. I'm going to use this Physicians Formula Magic Mosaic Translucent Beige foundation. Is it a foundation, or I don't know, they don't say, it's just a powder, it's a custom face powder. And I just swirl it all in with this big fat brush, and it's super dense, like seriously super dense, like I rubbed it really hard and I just got that much. So using a big fluffy dense brush, like you can really just get in there. There's not a whole lot of dusting or anything like that. You don't have a lot of pickup. I like it because it's translucent. It's translucent, but it has a little bit of a beige, so I don't get any kind of like white cast when I use this, which sometimes can happen. It'll look a little too matte, a little too white, and I just like dust it all over my face. I get on the sides of my nose because, you know, it can get crazy in there, and definitely want to get that. Now I'm going to contour my face, and Casey Hill talked about this in one of her videos. I will link her down below. Again, if you don't follow her, go check her out. She is beautiful. This is called Taupe from NYX, and it's just like it's like, honestly, it's like a gray purpley brown. Like there's like tones of like purple under there. But it works really well for a contour. It really adds a shadow. It's not like a bronzer. Do not use this as a bronzer. Well, no, yeah. No one really, I don't think anybody could use this as a bronzer, but as a contour, like it gives a shadow. And if you don't know about contouring, how to contour, go to the top of your ear and go down. You can like, kind of feel your bone. My bone is right here, so I just kind of, you're just sculpting out your face and giving your face the illusion of contour, of bring it in, like get those Angelina Jolie cheeks.
I don't want Angelina Jolie cheeks. I mean, she's gorgeous, but her cheek on me would look Megan.
Just saying. She does her very well. I would not do her very well. Does that make sense? Or does that sound really dirty? Okay, so, and then I like to bring it up with the extra into my hairline. I barely tap, and I get up here as well because I have a ginormous forehead. You don't have to do this if you don't want. I just feel like it brings it all in together, and I have a huge forehead, like I said, so it really helps with that. And then I kind of dust any kind of extra under here, so I have a shadow. And okay, so you don't leave it like this, because if you left it like this, it wouldn't look good. It needs to be, you know, this is not the finished look. So I'm going to use some of this Milani Baked Powder in Luminoso. It is a blush. It is beautiful. I'm going to talk about someone else that I will link down below. Leanne Says. She recommends this. She talked about this. This is where I first learned about this guy from. Jaclyn Hill also talked about this a couple years ago. But it is a beautiful color. It is so light and pretty. It has like a little bit of a shimmer to it, so you don't have to use a highlight. You don't have to use a highlight with this. which is nice. It's one less step if you're in a rush. It's kind of like a blush highlight in one. And see, I'm going over the contour a little bit because I'm not gonna like take away the contour, but I wanted to kind of blend it. And then taking this little brush here, and I'm gonna go like this at the bottom of it, and I'm gonna go up, not down. I'm gonna go up, and that will bring them together. But you still have the color, like it's blending them together, but it's not mushing them together. Okay. Is Glow Boosting 2-in-1 Bronzer and Highlighter, the Bronze Booster, which I really like the Bronze Booster bronzer. So I thought I'd try this. I got this in the shade Light Medium, and I thought it would be interesting to try it as a highlighter. So what I'm going to do, because there's lots of shimmer throughout here, they say they use 14 karat gold. And woo! It is not an overspray. How exciting is that? Sometimes Physicians Formula does an overspray, and it's really frustrating because it's like, why? But it's not. It actually, the shimmer stays, so that's exciting. Okay, so I'm going to use this little brush here. It is angled, and I'm
going to use this on the top of my cheeks and mix it, oh my gosh. So I mix it all together. And I'm just going to kind of blend this. It's going to be like blended into my blush. I'm going to just bring it. Wow, that's really, really pretty. I don't know if you can get that on the camera. It's like catching it, but that is gorgeous. I really like that a lot.
So then, Wet n Wild Mega Length mascara works wonderfully for under the eyes, for anyone who has, honestly for anybody. For anyone who has trouble with putting mascara under their eyes. I have very short lashes underneath even. I mean, I just don't have great lashes, period. So this really gets on my lashes without making me get mascara all over my skin. Alright, so this is my last step. I am going to be putting on my lips. I'm using NYX Hippie Chic. Makeup by Ali uses this guy. That's where I got it from. I don't know if I talked about her already, but if you don't follow her, I will put her down below. And the last step to the look before I finish, it is going to be NYX Nude Peach, and no one talks about these, but I love these. The Mega Shine Lip Gloss. They smell good, they taste okay, but their shades are beautiful. They are perfect, like just putting over a little bit over a lipstick, or even by themselves. It's just a little bit of shimmer. They aren't sticky at all. They apply very nicely. I mean, you have to reapply them a couple times throughout the day, but not a whole lot. I don't know, I think they're really, really nice. So this finishes my springtime drugstore look. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to give me a thumbs up, comment any kind of questions, comments, suggestions, anything down below, any looks you want to see. If you want to see my eyebrow routine, like I said before, let me know down below. I would love to do that for you guys if you want to see it. If you liked my video, please subscribe. I will be uploading more. Now that I have some lighting going on, I will be uploading a lot more. Yeah, also be my friend. Follow me on Instagram. I have an Instagram and I have a Twitter. I have a Facebook, but it's not quite set up yet. I set it up a long time ago and then I forgot about it. I haven't gone back to it in a while, so I might. If I do, I'll let you know. So anyways, I hope you really enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon.